So in today's videos, we are checking like the news. So today the SP500 is stable, is up 0.3%. So the situation is stable. These are like the top news for today. So the US services sector faces heightened inflation in March. That is not positive at all. And tomorrow, in theory, Trump give an ultimatum to Iran. So we will see if he will bomb Iran or not. Hopefully not. The situation will sort. So the volatility is still contained today because Iran is doing like some effort with Trump to find like negotiations. So the stock future stocks are rising today, just a bit on the effort on the ceasefires. And the snapshot, this is the snapshot of the SP500. So as you can see, is like there is a downtrend. This line here is the 200 SMA, so the moving average with the Bollinger Band. So we are, as you can see, the MACD is slightly moving at the bottom, and the RSI is stable. So the situation for today is there isn't like a proper like crash, but is not even rising. So I think we need to wait for tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow the SP500 will rise and there will be like good news. So regarding stocks, so this app is made, so the main purpose of this app is to find like the fair value and to check to look for like undervalued stock. So this is the situation of the SP500. So Nvidia today is slightly down, like Microsoft, Apple, and Google with Meta. They are slightly up. So the situation, I think, is stagnating because we are waiting for the Trump Iran news for tomorrow. And so I think the situation is holding at the moment. As you can see, the intrinsic value of Nvidia is slightly overvalued, but it used to be like overvalued. The only undervalued stock, according to my algorithm, is Microsoft in the top 10, and with Tesla that is still hugely overvalued, like Broadcom and Google. Not to mention Walmart and Lilly, but primarily I want to focus on the SP500, on the top on the SP500. And if we check the most undervalued stock for today is Booking. So this is the list. This is like the most undervalued stock. So I filter the 400 stock by capitalization, by market cap of the SP500. And so the most undervalued stock is Booking, followed by Chartered Communication, and then another mention is like Humana, so the healthcare, so is undervalued a lot, and together with CSV Health and PayPal. This page is the ETF flow, so I'm tracking as well what the ARK fund is buying and what the Belt ETF is buying, and they are basically ARK and Belt is BlackRock. So there were 103 buys today with 7 net sell, and the top bought stock today by the funds is Microsoft, Nvidia, and Broadcom. So I think Microsoft is really interesting right now because it's always in the top 10 of the SP 500, and a lot of hedge funds decide to buy it. Um, and this is the only stock currently in the top 10 of the SP 500 that is undervalued. If we have a look to the Microsoft chart, this is the daily candle. So as you can see, the top in the 28th end of October was like 542, and now today is around 370. So there is a huge difference between like October and today, and the today price, and is under the 200 moving average. And the RSI, the purple is the RSI, and the yellow is the moving average of the RSI. So is a good is according to the funds is a good buy. And if we see the 1 hour chart with the Eikinashi candle, just to reduce like a bit of noise, this is the 1 hour chart. So Nvidia and Microsoft is apparently rising. So hopefully it will cross the 200 moving average for the hourly chart. So this stock is really interesting because it's really far away from his highest high in from October. And regarding earnings, I'm tracking as well earnings. So the upcoming earnings are Goldman Sachs, that is undervalued. As ASML is involved in the tech industry, in the CPU unit. Johnson & Johnson is really famous. Bank of America, JP Morgan, and Morgan Stanley. So these are the upcoming earnings. The recent earnings, according to the XP 500 and my personal watch list, is BTCS. BTCS is a company specialized in mining, in crypto mining, and with the main focus in Ethereum. And it missed the earning, and this stock is still overvalued, but is a lot is really down a lot. And if we go back to our stocks and we check on Microsoft, that is really interesting today. If we check like the data on Microsoft, so according to the Piotrowski score, the company is stronger, and the Altman the score is like is really high. So the company is not in a stress zone, so and is unlikely to fail. If we check the distance from the highest from the 52 weeks high, the distance from the 2 weeks high is 33%. The consensus price target, can change quite a lot. So don't take it like too seriously because it's more an indication, and it can change. Maybe in a month or two can change to like 7%. So it's really a soft indicator. But the upside for now to the consensus is 57%, and is according to my calculations, the intrinsic value of Microsoft is a bit higher. Here the acquire multiples, score is like 25. The lower, the better. So the DCF upside is minus 13%. So Microsoft is a really serious company, and is far away from his peak. And today the situation is not that bad for Microsoft. is slightly down, but the market, as you can see, is like stationary for now. There isn't like too much volatility, and hopefully Trump will find like a way with Iran to solve the conflict. And so tomorrow we will see, and we will do like another analysis. So that's it for today.